Welcome to Leading the Follower with your host, Rebecca Benston. Good morning. It is me, Rebecca Benston, and I am finally back attempting to record an episode of Leading the Follower for you. For a couple weeks now, we've been out trying to figure out what in the world to do about our problem with technical difficulties that were caused by the change in platform. That we were using a certain platform to record our episodes, and that is no longer. For whatever reason, it was taken out, absorbed by some other entity, or I don't know, zapped into the netherworld. Not really sure what happened to it, but we just don't have access to that anymore. So I'm having to come up with a way to do this, and that's why I've been away for a little bit. But I'm glad to be attempting it again today. Now, today has not been without challenges. This is probably my third attempt, maybe my fourth, to put together just a simple episode for you. But let's see if I can get through it. And if I can, then I'll keep trying. So, as I said, it's me, Rebecca Benston, with Leading the Follower. And first of all, before we get into things, I want to remind you to stop by the Higher Ground Books and Media shop and check out our books that are, let's see. I had this down the first 10 times I tried to say it today. And now that I'm right here, my brain is just refusing to work with me. So bear with me. Too many distractions and too many things colliding in the brain cells at the same time, I guess. Anyway, stop by the Higher Ground Books and Media shop, and I assure you, it's a lot better than this podcast. We have great inspirational, educational, and motivational materials for you there to help you strengthen your faith and use your gifts and heal from trauma. We have lots of great testimonials, a lot of great devotionals, and ministry resources for you. Stories by individuals just like you who have gone through things and had the courage to share their stories in hopes of healing others. And that's really what it's all about. We encourage people to do that as often as possible. If you have a story to tell, we encourage you to do so. If you write a book and you would like to submit it, our submission guidelines can be found on our website. Just go over to highergroundbooksandmedia.com /submission, and I believe it's -guidelines, and that should take you there. There's also a drop down on the front page that will show you where the submission guidelines are. We do not take every story that's sent to us, but we do carefully review all submissions that we receive, and we try to sign people who have stories that fit into the mission of Higher Ground Books and Media. So take a look at that, and just give us time to review it, and we'll get back to you. Now, also, if you would prefer not to publish under a publisher, but you do need assistance with publishing your book, we have a consulting side called HGBM Services. And what we do there is we offer things like author coaching. We can assist you with self-publishing, which entails putting together the interior, helping with cover design, and setting that up in platforms like Lulu or KDP. And we do all that for a very reasonable price. So if that's something you'd be interested in, please keep us in mind, and you can send us a message there on the website, or you can email us at highergroundbooksandmedia@gmail.com. All right, so that's enough of the advertising portion of my show. hate to use so much time for the gratuitous stuff, but in order to stay afloat, we have to ask you to at least visit the website and check out what we have. Um, so the message today that I've been getting um, is it's time to get back up. It's time to re-enter the battle. And I know that that gets really tiring because it seems like it's been an ongoing battle for so long. Um, that just so much has gone on over the last several years. It's hard to imagine that there's still more of a fight that we need to engage in. But unfortunately, I think we haven't even seen the worst of it yet. In a lot of cases, many of us may not feel strong enough to endure more of a battle, but I'm getting the message that it's more important now, more important than ever, that we get in there and stand our ground, that we stand up and speak about what God has done for us, that we not be afraid to share our testimony, that we not be afraid to minister to others, and that we actively look for ways to share um, stories about what God has helped us survive and helped us through, because more and more people need to hear about goodness right now than ever before. I think that for me, it's been difficult to focus on just exactly what I'm here to do because I've been so preoccupied with different things that are going on in my family and in my immediate circle that I have just I'm in an effort to protect myself and protect my mental well-being and my physical well-being and everything. I have had to separate from a lot of things and just kind of lay a few things aside so that I could focus on um, the healing part that I needed to go through and that other people around me need to go through. So I have different people at different stages of healing all around me. And, in a lot of cases, I'm not really able to step in and do anything but pray for them. And in order to keep a right mindset and keep my heart right so that I can pray effectively, um, I've had to step back from some things and some people, and I've really noticed that I've kind of narrowed my scope quite a bit, like more than what I'm normally used to. So I've kind of shut a lot of people out, and I feel like I'm trying to prepare for something, like I'm bracing myself for something that I'm not ever going to be ready for, and and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling for anybody, and for those of you who have had to do that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, but the truth is, you can't fight your battles that way. You can't shut down and go into hiding in order to mentally prepare for battles. You have to get out and do the physical work, and you have to strengthen yourself all around in order for the psychological preparation to be possible. Because if you seclude yourself from everyone and you kind of block everybody off and don't let anybody in, um, that's eventually going to do a little more damage than you expected it to do. Um, at least that's what I've noticed. And one day you'll look around and you'll think, where did everybody go? I found myself doing that quite a bit. So um, today I woke up and I, for some reason, had a lot more energy than I normally have. I hate to get up early. I had gotten into this really bad habit over the last year of sleeping for as long as I could possibly sleep, just getting up and going to work, and that's it. So, um, today though, I got up and I've been trying to get into a regular routine where I'm going back to the gym and doing what I need to do to take care of myself. Um, and I just said, if I'm really serious about all this, I need to step it up. I need to get up and do what I said I would do. And I need to just not let anything get in my way. Because last week I attempted to do this. I attempted to get up and go to the gym. And the one day that I did make it in the morning, I just, uh, I got rear-ended on my way back from the gym. So for some reason that just did it for me. And I didn't go back in the morning again. I went at night with my daughter, but I didn't attempt to go back out by myself and do that. So I did still end up going, I think about maybe four times last week. But this week I'm going to go at least 4 days by myself, and then whatever we decide to do. I go with her and we do the weights and the machines and stuff, and then when I go by myself, I do like the treadmill. So this is the track I'm trying to get on so that I can really get into the habit of adding more activity to my days, because I have a very sedentary job, and it's not good for me physically. I don't get out and I don't get to do a lot of the things that would really do my body and my mind a lot of good. So I'm making it a point. And mind you, when I say I'm going to the gym a couple of times a day, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not going crazy here. I'm doing like 15 minutes on the treadmill. And then we're doing maybe 20 to 25 minutes of weights, and, trying to just get 3 or 4 machines in and do some reps and do more than what I'm used to doing. And I think that is better than nothing. So I'm hoping to work my way back up to where I was doing the 5 miles I was doing on the bikes, and the machines as well. But it's going to take a while because I let it go for a very long time to deal with other things. And now I find myself having to work from the beginning again. But the point is that when it's time, God will let you know you've taken enough time to rest. You've taken enough time to kind of heal from whatever it was you were trying to heal from. And even if you're not completely healed, it is time for you to get out and do the next level of work so that you can bring complete healing into your life. And I think a lot of us get stuck in that first part, and we find comfort in the things that we start to use to heal, and we forget that there's more than one stage to healing. You have to let yourself go through different parts of it, and you have to progress from one level to the next so that complete healing can take place. So, it's very important to allow yourself the time. Like, I took a long time to really try to start getting back into it. And it I didn't really think I was going to be able to come out of it. Now, I felt like I was healed in some ways, but then I felt like I was regressing into some other stuff, like just too much alone time, too much detachment from the outside world, almost settling into a reclusive mindset, which I don't want to do. I like to have a little bit of alone time. I like to have time to focus on some of the different projects that I work on, but I do need that time to get out of the house, to talk to other people from time to time, and just to do the things that I know make me feel better overall. So that's the message today, is if you are looking at what you should do next to complete your healing process, maybe the next step for you is to step out of your comfort zone, wherever you've been for the longest time, and just take a step toward one more thing that you can do to complete the healing process. If you have been in a pattern of trying to get over something, or you are you're working on making some positive changes in your life, don't be afraid to take a step. And even if you go out of the house and you think you've got it and you're all raring to go, and someone rear ends you and you have to go back home and wait for another week or so, just make sure you get back out there and do it again. And eventually it'll get easier to go out and do what you need to do. And with each step that you take, you are strengthening yourself, and you're moving closer and closer to the purpose that God has set you here for. And that's always a good thing. So I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And that when Friday rolls around, I'll be able to say that I made it through, and I went and I did all the things that I said I was going to do, in spite of any obstacles that try to come up this week. But for now, let's just work on having a good day and just taking care of ourselves. I hope everybody has a great day, as I said before, and I am going to attempt to upload this and see if I can get this step transferred into the next step so that this podcast can reach you today. All right, I'll talk to you again on Friday. Have a great day. God bless. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to check out our website and blog. The blog is at www.leading-the-follower.com. Thanks and God bless.